Okay, my name is Iren Macdougall and I am a member of the Ensemble Theatre Company, and I am playing Countess Marketa in Futureproof.
Hi, I'm Natalie Wallace. I'm the graduate member of the ensemble for the year and I'm playing Serena.
Countess Marketa is what we would call twofold freak. She is bearded and she is armless. So what's her purpose in a way? I suppose you'd have to talk about what the purpose of the whole play is, which I think is to do with the fact that, you know, nowadays, you know, everyone wants to look the same, everyone wants to be the same. You know, magazines, people getting cosmetic surgery. I mean, there are some people that you can get cosmetic surgery done in order to look like a film star, you know, that kind of thing. And I think that this is a kind of metaphor for the fact that one should celebrate difference, if you like, really. And I think the story is about that, really, and how the world doesn't tend to allow that, doesn't tend to let that happen.
Beautiful.
Serena is mute. She is she does the mermaid act. She sort of loves the characters for their differences and doesn't want them to sort of conform to society, and she sort of, I'm not sure, she sort of tries to, you know, stop that from happening.
Yeah, she's the one that tries to get them to recognise their differences, while the rest of the world is trying to push them to normalise them in a way. She's the one that celebrates it. But it's,
she's kind of the mediator or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know that she's the mediator. She's the person. I tell you what she is. Is this terrible?
No.
Right. I think she's the person, in being the mute one, she's the one that begs all their stories. She's the one that listens to their stories. She's the one that gets them to tell their stories. In a way, so in a way, she's the one that asks them to display their own identity. In a way, I think. So, yeah. Do you think that's right?
Yes, no, I do.
Until after she's gone,
yeah.
She seems to be the one that kind of is curious about.
And because she's sort of slightly apart from it all because of this sort of.
She's a watcher.
She's not really a communicator as such.
She's an observer, and she allows
absolutely
people to communicate.
And therefore, sort of sees more than people who are more involved in what's actually happening. She kind of can see what's actually happening.
And also, no one's quite sure exactly who she is.
I know, yeah.
She's a strange creature. Anyway, there you go.
Because my character is mute, I had sign language lessons for a couple of weeks, sort of once a week. I had a deaf man came in and taught me and the other girl who's learning sign language to sign, and did a lot of work sort of with movement, and that's right, sort of slowing down my tempo and things, and we did a lot of work to get all together, sort of. Yeah.
We had Janet come in. Janet came in to work on the movement with all of us. Janet, who's the artistic director of the Scottish Dance Company, and she came in to work with all the various problems that we all have in a way. Yeah. You know, conjoined twins. You know, you'd think it would be easy to move together, but it isn't. Maybe to work on Georgina's act. She's the hermaphrodite, or the intersex, you would call them now. Talking about movement for someone who's armless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I think the kind of the thing about it, although they're freaks, so they're travelling, it's a travelling freak show, and they're freaks and everything, they're just getting on with their ordinary lives, as far as, you know, their ordinary lives. You know, they're going from town to town, you know, trying to make a buck or two. Things are getting bad, and, you know, people don't want to see them as much, and so, you know, the stresses and strains, and so I think it's just, in some ways, it's kind of their ordinary lives. I mean, there are dramatic things that happen, but there's an awful lot of things that don't happen as well. Do you know what I mean? Just chatting sometimes. So yeah, I think it'll look great. It looks fantastic, I think. So I think it'll be interesting for the audience to see. And I've no doubt they'll spend a lot of time working. How do they do that? You know, so it should be fine. What can they look forward to? A freak show. Yeah, I mean that's kind of, I suppose, what it is. It's a freak show, and so I guess in a way, I mean, it'd be interesting, an audience, because if someone did say to me, you know, well, should we not have found people that actually had, you know, disabled, you know, and I've talked to a couple of people in the company, in the, you know, building with, you know, wheelchair users or whatever, and we've talked about it, and the difficulty with this one, so there will be people, I think, that come along and kind of think, oh, no, you should have got... But the difficulty with this one, we need conjoined twins. We need an hermaphrodite. You know, we need an armless and bearded woman. You know what I mean? And in a way, we have to... Those things have to change. Like the conjoined twins have to be split. You know, things like this, that kind of thing. So I suppose in a way we've made that choice. So I wonder if there will be a bit of... I think some people might object to it, some people won't. But it's also very self-referential because it is a very, you know, it is about theatre. It is about theatre. And so there is a theatricality about that in a way. So it's kind of self-referential in its kind of theatricality and its choices, I think. So, yeah. But as I say, come and see it because you'll see a freak show.
Freaky.
Difficult. It was difficult. I think it was difficult for all of us. Learning how to, you know, I mean, suddenly, you know, the twins learning how to move.
Yeah.
Was, I mean, they're fantastic now, but then it was fantastic. The frustration at not being able to, I can't pick this up, I can't do this, I can't do that. Frustration, you know. So in a way, it's been quite hard work and technical, quite technical, really, for us all, I think. So yeah, it's kind of, but it's been good. It's been good. But very often I don't think your process is quite as technical as this one. So maybe. So that's sort of been quite interesting. And I suspect once we're up and running is actually when we'll have real fun doing it. Actually, I think. So
Fantastic.
there you go.